Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Zero Excuses podcast. My name is Kenny Nziska. Want to, first of all, excuse my voice right now. Still getting over the bronchitis, but I think I've got that mostly in the rearview mirror here. But anyways, wanted to talk about, I almost hesitated to record this episode because it seems like everybody is jumping all over this Gillette commercial and toxic masculinity, blah, 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 blah. But I got to thinking a little bit about this whole topic, and I actually really don't have a serious issue with this particular commercial because I think the underlying message I definitely agree with. But what I do not agree with is the singling out of men as being the sole source of toxicity. I don't know if I said that right, but the sole source of negativity in the world. I think we all, no matter whatever gender, race, religion, sexual orientation, relationship status, etc., we identify with, I think we all can do a lot better with how we treat each other. I think there is a lot of, it makes, the internet and the way we are connected makes it very easy for us to hide behind our keyboards, and we call them desk plate leaders here in the Navy. It makes it really easy for us to hide behind a keyboard and make negative comments, to tear each other down, to perpetuate a negativity throughout our society that I really think is really holding us back from becoming the people that we are meant to be. One of the big things that I personally stand for is making sure that there are no barriers that exist in the world for us to become the individuals that we truly are. If there's barriers that cause us to not express ourselves the way that we naturally want to express ourselves, I really think that is where we need to pay attention to, where we need to not judge people. That we are very quick to judge people that don't identify with the same belief systems that we do. And one of the things that I really enjoy is diversity. That's one of the things that I've really enjoyed, and I think that I will miss as I'm starting to sail into the sunset of my military career, is the diversity that was present within the military. And one of the things that I really held dear within the military is the various races, religions, nationalities. We had a lot of people who were not American, and those are some of the friendships that I value the most, are the people that come from different backgrounds than me. I grew up in a very rural part of upstate New York, and there was a very limited amount of culture that I was exposed to growing up, but I that quickly changed the moment that I joined the Navy and got to see many different parts of the world, and even experience the various different parts of our country here in the U.S. Basically the Navy is a slice of America, and I got to experience that, and I value that very highly. But I think I'm starting to ramble here a little bit and get off the rails of what my original topic was here. But to kind of put a bow on what I've been talking about here is that I really think that we all have our core beliefs. We all have certain things that we identify with, but we need to kind of put those things aside and embrace the beauty of diversity. We need to embrace who we all are as individuals, no matter who we are, what our beliefs are, what like I said at the beginning, what our races, religions, gender identities, our sexual orientations, our relationship status, how we live our lives. Everybody's different. And if we can concentrate on eliminating barriers to how we all want to live our lives, as long as it doesn't harm anybody, if it doesn't harm our neighbors, if it doesn't harm our loved ones, I am all about removing those barriers. And my biggest principle is don't be a dick. if you can live your life by that simple principle, I think that will solve a ton of problems in this world. Just be open-minded. Don't be so closed-minded. Yes, I know that there are some of us who are deeply religious, who have some very, very, very closely held beliefs, but even if we do have those, that doesn't mean that we have to berate others because they believe something else. And you know what? At the end of the day, we all have to deal with the consequences of our own actions. And I think that we have to let that be the litmus test of how we conduct ourselves. We have to let that be the litmus test of whether or not we are going in the right direction. And I think that ultimately, you know what, our results really will dictate whether we are taking the right actions in our own lives or not. So are you living your life the way you want? Are you getting the results that you want? And I think if the answer is no, maybe you are not taking the actions that you need to take to get those results. All right, guys, we will leave this episode right there. You know, I know I kind of bounced back and forth on this, and I just wanted to record a very raw and kind of heartfelt episode around this topic, because I see a lot of people really passionate about this topic. So I just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys. And as hesitant as I was to record this episode, I'm kind of curious to hear your guys' thoughts about this topic, about this Gillette commercial. You know, like I said, I didn't really was hesitant about recording this episode because I'm a big believer in the wolf that you feed kind of takes life. But this is such I guess a heartfelt topic that a lot of people are talking about right now. I thought I would share my views and my thoughts on this topic. Anyways, I am really rambling here, and I'll wrap this episode up. But again, if you guys would do me a favor and head over to iTunes and leave us a rating and a review, you can do so at kennyandziska.com/iTunes. And it would mean a lot to me if you took the time to do that. And also if you subscribed and left if you shared this episode with a friend, family member, coworker, what have you, who needs to hear this message, who needs to hear the other topics that we talk about here on the podcast. Would really, really appreciate it if you guys did that. And also join our free closed Facebook group at kennyandziska.com/Facebook, and it'll take you right to our Zero Excuses closed Facebook group. You can also search on Facebook for Zero Excuses. Excuses is spelled without the first E. All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in. I will chat with you guys again on the next episode. Take care.